Hello everyone, today I will bring you a tutorial on how to rig and render curves hair exported from the engine in Blender. First, we have imported a MetaHuman into UE and found the location of its DNA. Here we take Ada as an example. Come to the tool DNA to blend shape. Find the path to Ada's DNA and copy it. Save and double-click the DNA to blend shape.bat file. At this time, the tool will generate blend shape under the BS folder in the current directory. DNA to blend shape is a command line tool. You can find its usage tutorial in the video introduction. In the process of generating DNA, I will introduce several ABC files that will be used later. This is groom hair exported from the engine via the groom to ABC plugin. Save as ABC file. We will use these later. Here we skip the export process. If you are interested, you can find its related tutorials in the video introduction. It takes about 2 minutes to generate the blend shape. Okay, we have finished generating it here. Note that we have a total of 270 BS here. Then we copy the path of the BS, go back to Blender, and open the MetaHuman BS Rigger plugin. Import the blend shape, select base head, and click Import. At this time we imported all the blend shapes. Then click Import GUI panel. Check Enable PSD. Let our base head be active. Click Build Active Object BS Rig. Wait a moment. The plugin will automatically build the facial binding for us. When the highlight of the button is cancelled, it means that the program has finished running. Okay, now it's finished. We can simply test whether the binding is successfully generated. You can see that the binding here is normal. Materials have also been imported. Enter UV editing mode below. You will see the UV overlap. UV overlap core problem with passing later. We need to solve this problem. Just separate all the facial components of this head into a single mesh. First we separate the head. We select a point on the face. Then press L. Select the relevant click. Then press P. Separate the selection. At this time we separated the head model. Let's modify the name of the separated grid. Then delete the redundant material information on this mesh. Let's hide the separated head first. Then we select base head. Enter edit mode. Let's add several other shaders. The corresponding grid is separated. Select teeth. Then select a point. Then click L. Click P. Then separate the teeth. Similarly, rename teeth. And delete the irrelevant shader. Similarly, we put facial components such as gums and eyeballs. All separated by the method just mentioned. I won't explain them in detail here. Something needs to be explained here. The reason why we didn't use Blender's built-in automatic separation of objects based on materials. It's because the vertex information separated in that way is slightly incorrect. So we still chose to manually select. To solve this problem, separate the It contains irrelevant vertices in it. So we can only manually select the vertices. It can get more accurate vertex information. Okay, we finished processing all here. Let's delete eyelash. Because behind our eyelashes are through. Made of curved hair. Here we test again. Is there any problem with the binding after we separate the mesh? Just pass the test and there is no problem. Even after the object is separated, binding is still normal. At this time we import the just mentioned. For ABC files. It corresponds to the hair respectively. Eyelashes, eyebrows, and facial hair. If everything goes well, it stands to reason that the position of the hair we exported is exactly aligned with the position of the head. Then we put the hair under head_LUT0_mesh. Make the hair a child of head_LUT0_mesh. We choose eyebrows. Then, select the Curves property bar. Set up Surfaces. Head, LUT0, Mesh. Then, of map select of map. Then enter. Hair sculpting pattern. Select Curves, select Snap to nearest surface. In the same way, we do similar processing for eyelash, hair, and facial hair. After processing. At this time we add a modifiers for geometry nodes. We enter the editing interface of Geometry Node Editor. Create a new geometry nodes. And rename to Hair Deform. We add a deform curve on surface node. At this time we found a warning. The way to solve it is to click on head_lod0_mesh and then check the add rest position attribute. Come back at this time. Where are the modifiers for geometry notes? I found that the warning just now is no longer there. In the same way, we add all the hair just now. Geometry notes modifier. Good. At this time, our hair can follow our facial binding movements. We can simply test. Our eyebrows, facial villi and hair all move with the face. Next we talk about how to render this face. I made the lights in advance. There are also material balls. We start from in projects prepared in advance. Import this thing. We first import the lights. Import light collection. At this time we found that the light had been imported. Then we import the material ball. Here we import some face-related material balls together. Then we set the corresponding material for each object. How are these shaders made? I won't explain it in detail. Later I will put this project. Put it below the video link. If anyone is interested, you can download it yourself. There are detailed material ball connections in the project. For the saliva here, we just need to choose the same material as the cartilage. Then we come to the shading mode to briefly take a look at the effect. Found that the hair is white. So we need to add texture balls to the hair at this time. The hair material can simply be black. Of course, you can make some more complex shaders for hair yourself. Hair should have a different effect. Here I just gave a black. No more complex material performance is being done. come to rendering mode. Then, switch renderer to cycles. At this time we can initially see the effect. Then we set the resolution to 2K. Here we set the background to black. Let's add another camera. Set the camera's focal length to 250 mm. We find that the hair is outside the camera rendering area. At this time we click Lock Camera to view. Then adjust the camera position so that our hair can be within the rendered area. OK. Then we enter rendering mode and click Render. Since rendering takes a long time, I'm going to fast forward here. After rendering is complete, let's save the image. At this time, test whether the binding of eyeballs and eyelashes is correct. We can also import animation to observe the effect. Go to the scripting window and select the mymap.py file. Then just save the file. Open this project file next time. You can run this binding directly. Now that we have seen the effect, our tutorial ends here.